Hi, I'm Luke Johnson, and the constellation I chose was Orion the Hunter. He can be found to the south during the winter months, and he's easily identifiable by the three stars which make up his belt, but it can be helpful to know that just to Orion's left is the constellation Canis Major, which makes up his hunting dog, and the brightest star, Sirius, can point almost directly at his belt. The brightest stars in Orion start off with Betelgeuse, which is 700 light years away. It's a red supergiant, and it's moving away from us at 22 kilometers a second. The second brightest is Rigel, which is 860 light years away. This is a main sequence evolution, and is moving at 18 kilometers a second. Alnilam is 2,000 light years away. This blue supergiant is moving at 26 kilometers a second. Bellatrix is only 250 light years away, a blue giant, and is moving away from us at 18 kilometers a second. The deep space objects in Orion start with the Flame Nebula, which is an emission nebula which can be found 900 to 1500 light years away. It's illuminated by Alnitak, that star in Orion's belt right there. The UV light from Alnitak bounces off the hydrogen gas clouds and gives it its characteristic glow. Nearby, the Horsehead Nebula, also known as Barnard 33, is a dark nebula found south of Alnitak, approximately 1500 light years away, and it was first discovered by American astronomer Williamina Fleming in 1888, and it gets its name from that little shape right there. The Great Orion Nebula is one of the brightest in the sky. It can be seen by the naked eye. It makes up the central star in Orion's sword, and it also contains a cluster of stars known as the trapezium. Messier 78 is a reflection nebula first observed by French astronomer Pierre Méchain in 1780. This nebula can be found using only a small telescope. Orion the Hunter is described as being incredibly tall, and he is said to wield an unbreakable bronze club and be the son of Poseidon. As the son of Poseidon, he could walk on water, and he walked to the island of Crete, where he drank too much and angered the king, who had him blinded. While blind, he wandered across the ocean until he reached the island of Lemnos, where the Greek god Hephaestus helped him get his eyesight restored by the Greek god Helios. After regaining his eyesight, he hunted with Artemis and her mother Leto, Artemis being the Greek god of the hunt. Artemis and Orion fell in love, but Artemis's brother Apollo was against it. Apollo tricked Artemis into shooting at a distant target, which turned out to be Orion. Upon finding her lover's body, Artemis pleaded to Zeus to have his body lifted to the stars, which creates the constellation we know today. Another story of his death was that he boasted to Artemis and Leto that he could kill any beast on earth. The earth goddess Gaia heard this boast and sent a scorpion, who stabbed Orion and poisoned him. Artemis again went to Zeus to have his body lifted to the stars, and Orion and Scorpius were placed on opposite ends of the sky so that Orion would always be fleeing his death. There are many other stories of his death as well, but those are the ones I found. Thanks for listening.